Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rachel from Evelyn and Peter, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little pine tree and part of my Woodland Christmas garland. You need some worsted weight yarn in 2 different colors, a 4mm crochet hook, a needle, and some scissors. So I'm just using this basic stitch anti-pilling yarn and in the heather taupe color, but you can use any color that you want. We're going to start off with a slip knot, so go ahead and wrap the yarn around your fingers, pull it through, and insert your hook to begin. We're going to be starting on the bottom portion of the tree, so you want to start off by chaining 5, so yarn over and pull through a total of 5 times. So we have a chain 5. And now we're going to start row 1. And for row 1, we're just going to single crochet back down the chain. So in the second chain from the hook, you want to rotate it just a tiny bit and insert your hook into that back bump of the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Do that in the next chain as well. And then in the third, and then in the fourth chain. So we have a total of 4 single crochet to finish off row 1, and then you can just go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And we're going to be working our way back down this row. So yarn over, pull through, turn your work, and then just work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way back down. So a total of 4 single crochet for row 2. So you can go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work again, and for row 3 we're going to do the same thing, just work 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way across. Now we are done with the brown color, so you can go ahead and tie off, just yarn over and pull through and then cut the yarn, and then just make sure you pull that tail all the way through. And now you can set this down for a second and pick up your second color. I'm using a green color for mine, and we're going to be working a chain and then joining that chain directly on to the edge of this little tree stump that we made. So we're going to start off the same way by making a slip knot. So wrap the yarn and then just stick that loop through and insert your hook and pull tight. And now we're going to chain 4, so yarn over and pull through a total of 4 times. 3 and 4. And now instead of working our way back down this chain, we're actually going to join directly to the side of the little tree stump that we have. So on the very edge single crochet that we have on that 3rd row there is where we're going to be inserting our hook and joining. So just go ahead and put your hook into that single crochet underneath both the front and back loop, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So we just worked 1 single crochet directly into it so that our tail is now joined, and then work another single crochet into the next stitch, and then work a 3rd single crochet, and then work 1 final single crochet in that last stitch. And now instead of chaining 1 and turning, we are actually going to be chaining 5 so that we have the same amount of stitches on either side. So just keep going and yarn over and pull through a total of 5 times. So 4 and 5. And now we're going to turn our work and work our way back down these chains and single crochets that we just made. So turn your work. And then in the second chain from the hook, so the one that's second from the hook is where we will be putting our first stitch. So insert it in to that chain and then work your first single crochet. And then in the chain directly after that, work 1 single crochet, and then a 3rd single crochet in the one after that, and then a 4th single crochet into that final chain. And then just keep going and work 1 single crochet into each of the 4 single crochet from the row below. So work 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 8 single crochet so far, and now we're going to keep going and work 4 more single crochet in these last 4 chains. So keep going, and in that very first chain work a single crochet and then work 1 single crochet in each of the remaining 3. Okay, and then once you've worked your way across, you can just go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. You should have a total of 12 single crochet stitches, and now we will begin the next row by decreasing on both ends. So insert your hook into that very first single crochet, yarn over and pull up a loop, then insert your hook into the next single crochet right after that, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 to work 1 decrease, and then work 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way across until you reach those last 2 stitches. And when we reach these last 2 stitches, we're going to work another decrease. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you have 2 loops on your hook, and then insert your hook into the very next stitch, which is the last stitch of the row. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So now we're ending this row with 10 single crochet, and then you can go ahead and chain 1 and turn. So now we will be doing row 7, and for row 7 just work 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way across. So no decreasing in this row, just work 1 single crochet in each stitch to the end. And when you get to the end of the row, you can go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And now we will be doing another decrease row. So again, for that, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert it into the following, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. That is 1 single crochet 2 together or decrease. And then just work 1 single crochet into each of the remaining stitches until you reach the last 2 stitches of the row. When we get to those final 2, you're going to work another decrease. So again, single crochet 2 together to finish off this row. You should have 8 single crochet in finishing row 8. So now for row 9, just chain 1 and turn your work and work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So no decreasing for this one. When you get to the end, chain 1, turn, and for row 10 we will be doing another decrease row. So do your single crochet 2 together, and then work 1 single crochet into each stitch across until you reach the last 2 stitches, and then in those last 2 stitches work a second decrease. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert it into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1 and turn your work. So now we'll just be working 1 single crochet in each stitch across the row for this one, so no decreasing. So we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 single crochet for this row. And then chain 1 and turn your work. Now we will be decreasing for this one, so single crochet 2 together, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet 2 together your last 2 stitches of the row. Chain 1 and turn your work, and then just work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. So a total of 4 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. And now for this row, you're just going to work 2 decreases. So in those first 2 stitches, single crochet 2 together, and in the last 2 stitches, single crochet 2 together. So now we will have a total of 2 single crochet, chain 1, turn, and then you're going to decrease these final 2 stitches, ending with 1 single crochet, and then you can just tie off. So yarn over and pull through, and then go ahead and cut your yarn. Make sure you pull that tail of yarn all the way through, and now you just have a few ends to weave in, so you can use your needle and then just weave those in. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. Just thread it onto your needle, and then I like just to go back and forth a couple of times at least. You can also block these little pine trees to flatten them out, and you can also get some spray that they have at craft stores, a starch spray that kind of stiffens them up a little bit. If you want them to have a little bit more firm look to them, you can do that as well. Just trim off any extra tails of yarn that you have after you weave in your ends. And then if you're using this as an ornament, you can add a little tie to the top. If not, you can just weave all of the ends in. And if you're following along with the Woodland Christmas Garland tutorial that I have, you don't need to do anything further. We're just going to be threading these onto the twine that I use in the tutorial. So that is it for this pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the free written pattern that is available on my blog, as well as the other video tutorials that I have for the rest of the Woodland Christmas Garland. Thank you guys so much for watching.